So I want you to meet Tara-Michelle Ziniuk and her beautiful 10-month-old baby in the heat of all of the gender headlines with regards to a little baby named Storm. I've met Tara-Michelle, who joins us now on Skype with her baby so cute, it's distracting, to talk about something that you've been going through. Did you start your pregnancy thinking you're going to be as gender neutral as possible?
I always thought I was having a girl, and I always thought that I would sort of waver between liking the really girly things because that's what I like for myself and wanting to give the baby options before she could make decisions for herself. So, yeah, I don't think I was ever planning on being gender neutral as much as I was planning on, giving gender options and mixing it up a bit.
I think one of the things that I've enjoyed seeing so much about the story that we're posting from you in and amongst this whole story about that baby Storm, which made international headlines, is that it seems to me, and tell me if you disagree or agree, that our society is really expanding fast with the idea of what gender is and that it's fluid, first and foremost. What do you think?
Well, it seems like things are happening on extremes on all ends, right? Like, it seems like some people are so outraged at the idea that a baby would wear yellow and not have a conventional name, and then it seems like, there are other places that are like, yeah, we're going to make our daycare totally gender neutral and are
Right.
going to like the total other end of things. So I find it more interesting that these things are kind of happening at the same time.
You write in your piece that when you were having your second ultrasound and sort of wanting to know the sex of your child, that you're a little bit worried about what your queer friends would think. But then you had to face what your family thought of that. And I love the line in your article about your grandmother where she had been knitting a white blanket, found out you're having a girl, and thought, damn, I could have been knitting pink. How do you react to that?
Well, I continue to react to that. I mean, I have a girl baby who, I gave a pretty traditionally girly name, and, she wears all kinds of colors and whatever it is, but I literally, like, my mother called this week and was like, I bought the baby a tiara. Now she needs to grow more hair. And I'm like, my baby is 10 months old. You have a problem with her hairstyle. It is not feminine enough for you because it has not grown into a, like, conventionally girly style fast enough. They're not over my teenage years and they're not over my queerness. And so they're like, they've got their backs up about everything, right? Like, they think they're reading into everything and they think everything's this big thing. My partner's mother recently told me that the dress I had the baby in looked feminine. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, the dress looks feminine. This is not, like, it wasn't even a particularly feminine dress. It was like gray and black, but it was a dress, and I think she was happy that the baby was in a dress. And the baby wears dresses. Like, it's not, the baby also wears dinosaurs.
You talk about a disparity that I didn't even realize how big the gap was with kids' clothing these days. I knew there's blue and the pink and all that kind of stuff, but that it's so hyper-masculine. So the dinosaurs and the trucks and the animals, and then for the girls, as you point out, dangerous little accessories, bows and lace and stuff that can come right off their clothing. But it's so like, this is a boy and this is a girl. Why do you think we need to keep doing this, as you say, in 2011?
I just think that, like, society has this obsession with visibility that they can't actually name, And so they want, people want to look into a stroller and know what they're dealing with and know what to say. And people get, like, very apologetic when they're like, oh, he's so cute. And I'm like, oh, the baby's a girl. And they're crazy. They made this giant mistake and they can't show their face anymore. And, like, this is like crossing the street, total stranger, like, couldn't care less. Or just like these like tiptoey conversations where people are like, your baby's really cute, and I'm like, what you're not saying is a pronoun, and that's fine. Like,
Right.
I mean, I use pronouns, and that's still fine. Like, the baby's cute, gender or not.
Well, your baby is so cute. I think this has been the most distracting interview I've ever had. I just
Turned off
want to
Skype.
sit here and stare. Hi.
I can't see you anymore. Thanks, baby.
Oh dear.
Oh, now I can.
There we go. I was just saying, I just want to like stare at the baby. Hi, sweetheart.
We did that. I wrote that entry for you before that article came out, really. And
Yeah.
I think one of the most interesting things about that article is that, from what's getting written at least, it's a straight white couple living in the city. Like, it's not You know, they're not living somewhere outside of their being, you know, challenges to gender and different types of visibility and stuff. It's not a queer, I mean, it's not an out queer couple if they are queer identified. Like, that's not something that they're talking about.
Yeah.
Neither of them are identifying as trans or genderqueer in any way. And so I find it just so interesting because I think that queer parents have, I don't want to say they're so much more experimental, but I think that they go into parenting with so many questions, you know, and knowing that they're going to face all these challenges. And these were parents who weren't necessarily going to face these challenges, who chose to, and then chose to go to the media with them. And I'm not necessarily judgmental one way or the other, but I think it's interesting that the media just ate it all up because it's, you know, a family structure that they're otherwise very comfortable with.
Right. I thought it was interesting too, the fact that, you know, I guess we maybe expect broader thinking from queer people like yourself. And they've got this sort of I don't know, I guess leg up where media is concerned, due to the fact that they are straight. So it seems like wackadoodle almost. I'm big on right time, right place, and you submitted this so long ago, and I wanted to have this Skype interview, but because you're a new mother, you're so busy with your baby, it's taken us this long to have a chat about it first. But it's better this way even because so many people are aware of this issue and are talking about it because of the story that we just discussed. And I want to say thanks for really entertaining and thought-provocative piece. And you got yourself like a stunner there.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Have a great day. Thanks, Tara-Michelle.
Bye. Bye.
Holy crap, that kid's cute.